What's happening, Wargamers? Welcome to another episode of the Dossier, the show where we share our thoughts, opinions, and everything on characters from Marvel Crisis Protocol. We are moving through a number of the characters. We are trying to slate in a bunch of the ones that have recently been redone that was revealed in Mini Stravaganza, and today is going to be Blackbolt. And this is a character that a lot of people have felt has probably got the best glow up of all the characters for the Mini Stravaganza, and we're going to talk about them today. Now remember, these thoughts and opinions are our own, and they should be taken as the potato thoughts that they are. If you agree, awesome. If you don't, that is fine too. We are just here to share in the excitement. And remember, this show can only be brought to you through all the support of the patrons and subscribers. Thank you so much for each and every one of you that do that. If you would like to support the channel, patreon.com/AegisBrandStudios. $1 a month keeps the lights on and allows us to do more content like this. But anyway, let's move on to Blackbolt. So the Blackbolt, I believe, I want to say, came out sometime around the late year one, or maybe around, I think it was before the X-Men. I don't remember sure. The model itself is very static. Like you can see where we've made a lot of them, or they've made a lot of improvements with the general character design, because he's got that just a general pose. I do really like the fact that he's sort of like tearing up the concrete in front of him. I think that is a really nice touch. We've seen some people do sort of like energy lines across to make it stand out a bit more. But generally speaking, he's kind of a boring pose. But having said that, I do think he's actually still a very cool pose. While he's not exciting, this is very much what he kind of does in the game. Like this is, he's starting to use his whisper, his voice, to start causing a lot of damage and attack his opponents. And the crumbling terrain is a really nice touch on that one. He was very simple to put together. I mean, it's going back a little bit, but I'm pretty sure he was just 2 legs, 2 arms, and the torso and the head and everything like that, and then of course the terrain here. Very easy to put together, and remains a decent enough model. He's not on the top, he's not on the bottom. He's a decent enough model and looks good on the table. So as far as his card, so his brand new card. So his defenses are 4-4-3. So right off the hop, he got an upgrade in his Mystic Defense, really nice. 6 stamina, 5 threat, size 2 with a medium move. Really nice line for a threat 5 character, especially leader. His energy bolt got a little bit of a glow up. It's range 4, 6 dice for 0 power with a wild pierce and into the builder. You got that 6th die in it, and that just makes the attack feel so much better. When you're throwing 6 dice with a pierce, you feel it. Like that is that can really hurt, which is really, it's what you're looking for with a leader. Master Punch also went up 1 damage. It is a physical attack, range 3, 7 dice for 3 power. After resolved, placed within one of the target characters, so it's a great bit of displacement and movement. And then if the attack deals damage and the target character is size 4 or less, you can throw the character short. So having that size 4 throw means you're throwing Hulks, Malekiths, all this sort of stuff. The only stuff you're not throwing is Dormammu and the Sentinels at the moment. And that's not to be discounted. I think Master Punch is an absolutely banger of an attack. Use it as often as you can. Like 3 power for 7 dice with a potential throw in a place. Blackbolt is going to get around the table as a result with that one. He's got his King of the Inhumans affiliation, which everyone knows and loves. Like this is a great leadership. It has been since day one. During each of your turns, one allied character may spend 1 at any time. If it does, choose an allied character within 3 of it. The chosen character gains 1 power. Very simple, but it is a great way of getting power around the table, and can, like, when you know how to use it, it can do really great things for you. I still have trouble wrapping my head around it, but I know there's a couple people who are just really solid with Inhumans, that they know when to use it and when to shift things around. And it's a great way of powering the rest of your team. We have Anti-Graviton Field for 2 power. It's reactive. When this character is targeted by an attack, use the superpower, add 2 dice to the character's defense roll. Cool, awesome bit of defensive tech. We have a new superpower here, reactive. A king serves his people for 1 power. When another allied character within 2 is targeted by an attack, this character may use this superpower. This character becomes the target of the attack, regardless of range and line of sight. It is a 1 power bodyguard. I cannot stress how just obnoxious that is, and amazing. And the fact that it helps him get to his injured side where Whisper is not to be discounted. So you got to be really careful around him, and he's always going to have the power for a king serves his people, unless he just had an absolutely wild turn. And you'll notice he doesn't have a lot he spends power on at all. Like on his active turns, like, I mean, he's only spending 3. He's got no active abilities he's spending power on. So he's going to be able to save up a lot of power. He's going to be able to be a battery for the rest of his team, which is really cool. We got focus power, which means he's gaining an additional power in the power phase. So it just helps being that battery. He's got Inhumans, so he's going to be able to reroll 1 die in its attack or defense rolls. And then he's got flight and immunity to poison. So great card, and we haven't even got to the injured side yet. On the injured side, he's going to gain a lot more health. He goes from 6 to 9 stamina, but he also gains the Whisper attack, which is a beam for 10 dice, 6 power. After this attack is resolved, the target character gains the Stun special condition, and there is a Wild Stagger on top of all that. And after the range tool is placed for this attack, destroy all size 2 or smaller interactive terrain features it overlaps, which means you're going to be able to get rid of a lot of things that might be able to provide cover for it as well. There is no lie about it. Whisper is an absolutely devastating attack if you can get it off. Even if you don't take them out with 10 dice, you are still stunning them, you're potentially staggering them, you're getting rid of a whole bunch of terrain. If you've gotten Blackbolt to his injured side, watch out for this. Do not set up your sweet beams, because he is going to ruin your day with that one and just cause a lot of problems for you. So yeah, that is Blackbolt. So where does he live in this game? Well, obviously he is an Inhuman, and for the longest time he was only an Inhuman. His previous card was a little underwhelming on that one. Since the redo, though, we are seeing discussions of him potentially going into a bunch of other affiliations. I'm tempted to try him out in Shield because he kind of fits that gun line a little bit. I've seen some people talk about moving him into affiliations like Cabal or Avengers or stuff like that. The big thing is that with his new card, even as a 5 threat, he is very splashable. He can make an impact in a lot of teams, and I think what you could do is, in a lot of teams that lack sort of that bigger punch, you can easily slide him in there. And not only can he keep up because Master Punch is going to be placing him within 3 all the time. Well, actually a little bit more because it's 3 plus base plus 1 from the base. So he can keep up with a lot of teams, but he is tough to take down. He's got a 15 stamina pool, all things considered. He's got great defensive stats. He can up his defense pool a little bit with anti-graviton field. He can protect other characters. He got such a glow up with this particular update that it's going to be very exciting to see what the community actually does with him. It's also going to be a little terrifying to see what they do with him, because we might be seeing him in a lot more affiliate or a lot more factions going forward. So that is the Blackbolt. We are going to come at you with some more dossiers in the future. Keep tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments below what you liked, didn't like, and join in the conversation. Of course, if you want to support the channel, patreon.com/AegisBrandStudios. We'll see you next time. Happy wargaming.